Hey everybody, welcome back. This week I'm going to show some adult pies. I know a lot of you guys have requested pictures or videos, I should say, of what do these things look like as adults. You know, most baby ball pythons are awesome looking, but what do they look like as adults? Some morphs are better looking than others as adults. So anyway, I thought I'd focus a video showing adult pied ball python combos. So the first one that I have here is a black pastel pied. This is actually, I believe, my first female black pastel pie that I ever produced. I think I hatched her in 2013, if I remember correctly. And she actually has a little bit more pattern than most black pastel pies do. I have some black pastel pies where only the head is dark and the rest of the body is solid white. And I have others that are more like this. Black pastel does tend to make a pretty high white pied, so most of them are fairly high white, but I actually prefer it if they have a little bit more pattern to them. So yeah, this is an example of a typical black pastel pied, and she's a great breeder for me. I'm hoping she gives me a clutch this year. This year I'm actually breeding her to a coral glow mahogany pied. So really looking forward to seeing how that turns out. Okay, so then I've added another gene. This is a black pastel yellow belly pied. And you can see the yellow belly influence brightened her up a little bit, gave her that nice, dark edging, kind of a pixelated look along the pattern. If I remember correctly, I think that she's actually bred to the same coral glow mahogany pied. I can't remember what I have her breeding to, but she's a small female. This will be her first clutch if she goes this year. But really nice looking. I love the dark morphs with pieds. I love adding dark genes to it. Bright colored genes like Orange Dream and Pastel and things like that are nice too, but I really like the contrast between the bright pure white and then the dark pattern. So that's most of what I'm concentrating on with my pied ball python projects. I shouldn't really say that. I've got a lot of bright ones like dreamsicles and orange dreams and albinos and stuff like that too. But anyway, I like the dark ones quite a bit. Okay, then this is one of my favorites. This is a black pastel Enchi Pie. So Enchi pies tend to bring a lot of pattern back in, and black pastel tends to remove a lot of pattern. So you get something where you get a pretty intermediate phase, I guess. They've got a pretty good amount of pattern, not real high white, not really heavily patterned, because the Enchi and the black pastel are working against each other. But I think this gives a really nice rich colors. I really want to see the dreamsicle version of this, and I'm actually starting to work on that project right now. I think that the dark on this is going to translate into really deep oranges with the dreamsicle, especially if I can add yellow belly into it as well, and maybe even orange dream. We'll see. So many different projects to do. So I'm going to show quite a few different pieds here, but it's by no means all of the different pied combos that I have. I just don't have enough time in a single video to show all the different combos that I have. This girl is really active. Now, this is a subadult female. I have her brother is actually breeding some females right now. Okay. The next one that I have, as I try to wrangle her in, this is a black pastel coral glow pied. These are awesome looking when they're babies. Really nice dark purples on them. Of course, they're a coral glow, so they get the black spotting in them as they get older. I'm working on some different combos with this too. I'm breeding this one to Mahogany Pied. So that should produce some really cool, coral glow black pastel Mahogany Pieds. Should be pretty cool looking. Speaking of Mahogany Pied, here he is. So this is the male that I'm actually breeding with this female. So Mahoganys are definitely different than black pastels. They tend to have a little bit of sometimes yellow in the edging, a little bit different color tone than the black pastel pieds, but obviously a very dark morph. And I think combining this with other dark combos or other dark pied combos is really going to make some very, very unique, very dark snakes. So this is a typical Mahogany pied. And this one is the Coral Glow Black Pastel Pied, and that's a pair. Hopefully they'll produce at some point this year. She's not gravid yet, but hopefully she'll be developing some follicles, and I'll get a later season clutch out of her. Okay, as long as we're on the dark stuff, let's go with another one. Here is a GHI pied. So I'm breeding GHI and Mahogany into pied together to see how that combo turns out. And I'm also trying some other things such as Bongo and Black Pastel with GHI as well. Let's see if I can get her to sit still here. So the GHI pied really adds a lot of unique color. They're very dark. Like the darks on them are really dark, but then they've got all these lighter blushed out spots too. And some have more than others. They typically have real dark necks. She is just not wanting to sit still. This is one of my favorite combos. If you look on my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, you can see I actually have several different GHI pieds available right now. I'm working on a lot of different combos with GHI. I think there's just so much potential with this. Working on Yellow Belly, Orange Dream, Bongo, Black Pastel, Mahogany. I've done Coral Glow already. Actually have a Coral Glow GHI pied available right now. Very active. Okay, there is a super pastel Coral Glow pied. So I was really surprised at how bright this snake turned out. I've produced plenty of pastel Coral Glow pieds, and none of them had yellows that were that intense. The ones with pastel are really nice looking. I'd say pastel is actually a great thing to have in Coral Glow pieds because you get this really nice bright color. But as far as I can tell, and I think it was more obvious when she was a hatchling that she's a super pastel. She may not be. I mean, she hasn't produced a clutch for me yet. Hopefully she will this year, and I'll find out exactly what's in her. But if she's not a super pastel, she's a really nice pastel pied, a Coral Glow pied. Just really nice, pretty reduced amount of black spotting in comparison to the black pastel Coral Glow pied. Just a really, really pretty snake. Okay, then this big girl here is a regular yellow belly pied. So yellow belly pieds have a pretty different color and pattern than a typical pied. They get a lot of like the pixelated look along the border between the white and the pattern. They typically have a lot of, yellows and just brighter color overall. And the yellow belly pied is basically a really good tool to put into other pied combos to make the resulting combination even better. And I'm going to show you one of those in just a minute. Okay, here is an Orange Dream Enchi Pied. That's one of my favorite pied combos. Ideally, I want to make a Super Orange Dream, Super Enchi Pied would be nice. Enchi does tend to leave very little white pattern, or at least a reduced amount of white pattern, unless it's in with another gene that creates more white in a pied. So this one doesn't have fire or black pastel or any of those other genes in there to increase the amount of white. It's just a straight Orange Dream Enchi Pied. But I'm working on other combinations with this combo mixed in with some of those to see how how much more white we can get in them. Basically, I'm hoping to kind of clean up some of the little bit of muddiness in here. A lot of Enchi combos have those dark tips on the scales. Make it more of like a pure, like bright orange with a really nice contrasted pattern without all the muddiness. So I think this is kind of a work in progress yet, but I've got some really, really nice Orange Dream Enchi Pieds for sale on my website right now. Okay, and my favorite Orange Dream Pied combo that I've produced so far, this is an Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pied. If you want a pied that's going to stay really bright and vivid and awesome looking as an adult, Orange Dream and Yellow Belly are the way to go. So obviously adding in other genes into this can still make an improvement. I'm always trying to, I'm really having a hard time with these snakes today, I tell you. I can, adding in other things will continue to improve it even more. Like I said, Super Orange Dream will make that snake even brighter. If you add fire to it, that decreases the amount of pattern, gives it more white, but it really cleans up the pattern overall. You don't get like the little, very much, if any, of the little muddiness in the pattern. It tends to be a brighter orange if you add fire to it. Pastel would be another thing to make this look even brighter and cleaner. But Super Orange Dream is probably the most important thing. So I'll be producing some Super Orange Dream combos this year. This particular female is she's never produced for me yet, but she's old enough now, and I actually have her breeding to a clown pied male. So I'm hoping to make some Orange Dream Yellow Belly Pieds that are het for clown and get that into my clown pied project. I don't know why these snakes are so active today. Okay, well, I'm kind of done dealing with these things right now. I want to get them back in their tub so they're not too stressed out. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think I'll probably make a couple more videos over the next month or two showing some other various adult morphs. If you have any suggestions or what you'd like to see, please leave a comment below. Also, please like and subscribe. That really helps me out a lot. And also make sure to visit my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com. Sign up for my newsletter. Sometimes we send out offers for discounts on things on the newsletter, so you can always find out what's going on here before anybody else does. So go to my website, royalconstrictordesigns.com, sign up for that newsletter, and you'll get a discounted offer in your inbox at some point in the near future, hopefully. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll be back again soon with another video for you.